we're going to need pew-pews. Lots of pew-pews. Fellow EDC enthusiasts, I'm Diener. Welcome to the channel, Genetic Modified Viking. You can tell by that intro to the video that this is a video about John Wick. And I don't look like John Wick. I don't have the hair of John Wick. I've been shaving my head for years. I started turning gray when I was 35 years old. And the only way I could think of to pull that off is wear a black hat and look menacing. So I just went for it. And so I hope you enjoyed that. So the video is about John Wick EDC. And give you just a quick background. I'm a huge John Wick fan. My son's a huge John Wick fan. And so between the second and third movie, I thought it'd be kind of cool to build a John Wick crate. And what I mean by a John Wick crate is, you may recall in the first movie when the Russian gang steals his car, kills his dog, he goes to the basement and he busts up the floor of the basement with a sledgehammer, and there's this crate filled with all sorts of devices and items that he uses then to get even with the Russian gang. And that was kind of the inspiration. I thought, oh, that would be kind of fun to make a John Wick crate. So that's what I've done. And so I'm going to share that with you today. And now, in moving forward, what I'm going to do is I'm only going to refer to the items by the manufacturer and model. I'm not going to say what they are. I'm not going to pick them up and show how they function. I'm just going to approach it with the manufacturer and model number for obvious reasons. So that's the approach. So let's get right into it. Okay, over here, we'll start on the table, the high table. We have the Blood Oath coin. Now you may recall that this was the coin used by Antonio to collect a debt that John owed him. And the debt that Antonio collected required him, that is John, to go to Italy and assassinate his sister because she was being appointed a position at the high table. And he wanted to knock her off so that he could be appointed to the high table. So that's the Blood Oath coin. It says on there, Quod Debitum Sanguine. And it literally means the blood debt. So a lot of meaning comes out of this when you start considering what these Latin terms mean. Now, I don't speak Latin. I don't know necessarily the correct pronunciation of these terms. But so you just have to work with me on it. Next, we got the Russian Orthodox Rosary and Crucifix. Now, in the movie, it symbolized his former allegiance to the Belarusian gang. And also, John used this to collect a debt from the Russian ballet director. And the actress that played the Russian ballet director is Angelica Houston. She also played Morticia Addams in the first Addams Family movie. So a little fun fact for you there. But John used it to collect a debt, and what he wanted was safe passage from New York to Casablanca, where he could then speak to the high table. Next, we got the adjudicator coin. That's this one here. And on it, it says Actionis Secundum Fide. And literally what that means is we act according to what we believe ourselves to be, which has some significance as it relates to the movie. And of course, the adjudicator coin is the coin that the adjudicator, when she came to investigate the antics of John Wick, that's her currency coin. And it obviously got a lot of attention when she slapped that thing on the counter to pay for items. Next is the currency that the assassins use. And this is the coin. It's not the coin, but it is a replica of the coin. This is not actual gold. This is just a inexpensive metal. I don't know what kind of metal. You can buy this coin stamped like this on 99.9% pure gold. Super expensive. They're like, $1,300-$1,400. And so that's available. But I did buy the silver version of it. I'll just show that to you. It's got the exact same stamping on there, which is kind of cool. 99.9% silver. It's a precious metal. It'll go up in value if silver goes up. But the name of the company is Atmex. I do not own stock in Atmex. I'm just showing you that. They've got all sorts of really cool things on their website that you can purchase. But yeah, so anyway, that's some of the EDC stuff, or some of at least the things that John used in the movies. And so that's that. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to move over, grab the camera, and move over to my John Wick crate. So that's going to be next. So there's going to be some bumping and clanking going on. So let's just get right into it. So you have to work with me here. I'm going to move the boom. All right, there we go. There is the John Wick crate. I'm going to try and speak as loud as I can because the sound has to make its way over to the boom mic. But that's the John Wick crate. I will be glancing over at the my monitor occasionally just to make sure I've got the right thing in view and it looks okay. So I hope the lighting's a little bit better. Down here, we've got the coins. This is a bunch of coins. They're in the protective case so that they don't boggle around in there and get all scratched up. Because I do use this case. I take it to the appropriate facility to use the items in the case. And I just don't want to get them beat up. Above that is a Microtech Combat Troodon. That is an authentic Combat Troodon. It's not a cheap replica. Moving to the left, we've got the Ultratech. Coming further to the left, we've got the HK P30L. That is the same model used in the first movie by John Wick. This is also equipped with what they call the WICK stick compensator. Moving to the back, we have the SIG P365 XL. Now in the movie, I believe Halle Berry used a SIG P365. I don't think it was an XL. It certainly wasn't equipped with a Hollow Sun red dot, but I think Hollywood liked that. Some of the henchmen, I think, in the movie, the gang members used the P365. Below that is the Dixon Ticonderoga pencil. That's the same pencil that was used in the John Wick movie. I had to buy a whole case of those, not a case, a whole pack, just to get one pencil to put in my crate. Moving over to the right is the SIG M400 with the Sig Sauer Romeo 5 scope, red dot scope. Now that is not the same device used in the movie by John Wick. The one that he used is extremely expensive. You got to get on a 2 or 3 year waiting list, and they cost like $4,000 or $5,000. So in an effort for practicality, this is what I went with. And then in the middle, we have the Keltec KSG. Equipped on the KSG is a Sightmark Ultrashot M-Spec Series scope. That is far less expensive than the one that John's device is equipped with, but again, I gotta take a practical approach. So coming back, just give you an overview. That is the John Wick crate. Like I say, it took me about 2 years, 3 years to put this thing together. I will be doing some additions and deletions and kind of updating it as I go. One of the things that John uses in the movie in terms of, knife enthusiasts is the Deadlock OTF knife. And I eventually want to get one. They're expensive. They start, I don't know, like $1,200. But at some point, I'll probably get that. Knowing my luck, it'll be on to John Wick 5, and there'll be some other one that I'll have to catch up trying to purchase. But At any rate, that's the John Wick crate. So I'm going to bring it back over to the front. See how if I can do this in one take here. Not bad. Not bad. Get this wire out of the way. There, that works. There we go. So, as it relates to John Wick and his EDC, there are some things that John would use on a daily basis that I would hope we wouldn't use on a daily basis. And there are some things that we use or we associate with as our EDC that John may use. And I started thinking about that when I was coming up with the idea for this video. I thought, well, what would John use? What EDC items that you or I would use, what would John? Would John use those same items? Example, a wallet. He would have to carry a wallet, even if it's for credit cards. I'm assuming he would have to show his driver's license if he was pulled over. If he didn't, he'd probably get his way out of it. But a wallet, a flashlight. Would he carry a flashlight? And if he did, what kind of flashlight would it be? A pen, right? We all carry, most of us carry a pen at some point, or we put that in our collections for our EDC. You know, John used a pencil. Why would he not use a specially equipped pen? Handkerchief. Would he have one? Would he carry one? How big would it be? What would he use it for? Would he use it for gagging an enemy? So it just kind of stimulated some thought as far as what EDC that we would carry that John would carry. So, think about it. If you have some thoughts, you have some ideas, put it in the comments below. At some point, I might add some of those, what we would associate as our EDC, into the John Wick crate. So I'm going to take that approach. So if you have an idea, let me know. So I will do eventually, another John Wick crate update once I purchase something else that I feel is a good addition to the crate. And I'll do a video then. So please like, subscribe, share this video. I would appreciate it. And until the next John Wick crate update or the next video, this is Diener signing out.